सर्वेपि सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखमाप्नुयात्. May all be healthy, may all be happy, may all experience auspiciousness and wealth, may none suffer from grief and sorrow. Good morning to one and all, and welcomed friends, especially educated, learning and literary friends. Today we are going to discuss, we are going to think, we are going to talk the purpose and function of true literatures. Means what is the role of literatures in life? What is the purpose and function of true literatures in human beings? What is the necessity and requirement of a true literatures? Friends, the literatures, when we think about the literatures as a Indian perspectives, our ancients in Sanskrit language, the definition of literature is that sahitam yat tatya sahitam, sahitya. Sahitam yat tatya sahitya. It means for the welfare and well-kind of humanity. For the welfare and well-being of the humankind, that stands for the literatures. सब मानव जाति का हित करने वाला साहित्य होता है. That is called the literatures. And when we come across of all the philosophers, experts, writers, authors, and literarists definitions about the literatures, they coined, they elaborated and defined that literatures is the reflection and mirror of the society. Of course, literature is focused, and it is also one part and one aspect of the literature is social realism. Then some philosophers and experts expand that, and they said, and they stated, they said that literature is reflection and mirror of the society, and also it reconstruct and reshape the society. But I would like to add that this definition that literature is reflection and mirror of the society, it reconstruct and reshape the society, as well as the ultimate goal, mission and purpose and function of true literature is that it teaches, the literature teaches and trains to the humankind how to live, how to spend the journey of life smoothly, happily, meaningful, contains, and with purpose, with satisfaction. That is the literatures. Literature teaches us. And now we are talking about educations, because what is meant by the literatures? First of all, we say that there is coined that literatures means it is in written form. While teaching, so while speaking, enhancing, if you are using the words, it may be in written form, it may be in oral form, that is called literatures. That is called literature. And we are using that literatures in a different way. There are the types of the genres: drama, novels, poetry, epic, ballad. These are the types of these are the genres, types of the literatures. But and using that genres, using the poems, using the epics, using the prose, we want to give educations, we want to teach, we want to give the message, ethical message, moral message to humankind, to lead a happy lives. Such as there is a one quote in Dnyanraj, the very great literatures, which gives us all types of the knowledge. फेडित पापताप पोखित तिरीचे पादप samudra jaya pagangeche jaise. Means in these lines Sant Ganesha's talks or declares that when river emerged, when river started, it was a very small waters, small stream of water, but wide flowings. And what is the ultimate goal of that rivers? Rivers wanted to reach, river wanted to mingle, reach toward the ocean, wanted to mingle in oceans. That is the goal of the rivers. It is the same from our birth to this is our lives. But that rivers is utilized, the water of the rivers is utilized by each and every sections of the society. It is utilized by the farmers, industrialists, citizens, birds, animals, and each and every creatures of the world. In the same way, our life journey must be like rivers. Just in the one another shloka is that Paropkaraya phalanti vrakshaha, Paropkaraya vahanti nadya, Paropkaraya varhanti dhahanti gava, Paropkarartham edi shariram. So that all types of the educations, as all types of the moral and ethics we learn from the literature. From any nations, from any literature. It may be Marathi literature, Sanskrit literature, Hindi literature, English literatures, African literature, any. The ultimate goal to make the man's perfect. And that is which is said by the Swami Vivekananda. That education does the same thing. Education is the manifestation of pure intelligence. And education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man. And also, with the help of the literature, the help of the good books. I am talking about the pure literatures, true literatures, not time pass and entertainment literature. And that is the main purpose of true literatures. Because through educations, we want to give that educations with character is reform. With the help of literature, we use education that character is reformed, strength of mind is increased, emotion is expanded, by which one can able to stand on one's feet. And if you wanted to reform the characters, if you wanted to increase the self-confidence, if you wanted to increase the self-esteem, self-confidence, then literature plays very vital and important roles. Because when we read the Tagore's, give me the strength to bear my joys and sorrow, give me the strength to never bend down my knees before insolent might, where the words has come from bottom of the heart, where words has not been broken into fragments of narrow domestic walls. These lines, that types of literatures definitely increase our self-esteem. So literature is very important. And it not only helps and increases our self-confidence, self-esteem, but it gives us the relief from day-to-day lives, from mundane lives, for trivial lives, for machines lives, for monotonous lives. Through the poetry, through the good and pure dramas and novels, escape us from the daily routines, from that physicality, and gives us the aestheticness, increase our aestheticness, our aesthetic beauty, and it gives the reliefs. And also, we come to know the society. We come to know each and every nation, each and every religion, each and every sects, each and every countries, each and every society's cultures through the literature. Means the social realism, what had happens, what is happening and what will be happens. It's also, we come through the readings, and that is the main part, purpose and functions of literatures. So literature plays very, very important role in human lives. Because and when we talk about the literatures, especially when we talk about, because literature's not the functions is not only in that way, it also preserves, nurtures and saves each and every nation's culture. When we talk about the India is known as a cultured country throughout overall the world. And what is our cultures? When we talk about the Indians, Because and another thing is that if you wanted to maintain, if you wanted to preserve, if you wanted to sustain, and if you wanted to save cultures, five components plays very important roles. And first is the philosophy, second literature, third history, then art and sadachar. That's important. And when we talk about the Indian cultures is known, is the best cultures throughout the world. Because Indians believes in that. Matrudevo bhava, pitrudevo bhava, acharya devo bhava, atiti devo bhava. This philosophy, these cultures, we are following that. And the philosophy of Indian culture is that Indian cultures vasudeva kutumbakam, the entire world is one family. And the global concept of world religion has been given in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and especially in the Warkari tradition has full faith in this concept. And according to the philosopher Sant Sri Tukaram, Jagadguru Sant Sri Tukaram, world teachers, he defines Je je bhete bhuta Tyasi manije bhagavant. Every living being that one comes across, every living being, not only the humans, animals as well as another creatures, plants, every living being that come across should be treated as God. This is the real identity of Indian culture and philosophy. And just I told that the five components plays very important role to save and nurture the cultures of each and every nations. And that philosophy, this philosophy, if you wanted to teach in a simple and lucid modes, in lucid and simple and easy methods, then literature plays very vital role too. With the helps of literatures, we teach that philosophy. And if you wanted to save our Indian cultures, literature plays very important roles. And also, it gives us the elixirs, tonic and medicine to lead a journey of the life with rhythms peaceful and meaningful. And now friends, when we look or study the postmodern era, and we found out that the modern era man is unstable, unsatisfied and chaotic. He does not have time for others, lack the tolerance in day-to-day life. He has become more hungry, greedy, isolated, sexual, absurd, and he is living frustrated, purposeless life like a dead body. And if you wanted to give elixir, if you wanted to give the tonic, if you wanted to give the medicine to live the life happy, to lead the life, journey of the life happy, smoothly, with enthusiasm, literature plays very vital roles and important roles. So therefore, literature is very important. And now presently, the world is facing numbers of the problems. In the front of a literary student, in the front of the teachers, in the front of the writers, there are numbers of problems which we found in the society. Especially in the present global scenario of science and spirituality and spirituality. Because when we think about the basic problems of contemporary times, contemporary era, that we can note that problems. The hypocrisy in religions, everywhere sees the hypocrisy, duplicateness, fast is there, mask is there, exploitation in the education system, then collapse of the family systems, and not only the collapse, family institution is going to demolish, and the pious marriage system, bondage is going to destroy and exiles, and especially youth are interested only in earning money and drinking, eating and copulations. Lackness of family, environmental, national, social as well as world's responsibility of the youth. And if you wanted to teach that, how to follow one's responsibility toward the nations, toward the family, toward the society, toward the humanity, toward the world, then literature plays very important roles. Without literatures, we can't dream and we can't learn and we can't teach, we can't educate. Because Mahatma Gandhi also stated that there are the seven sins, and educations without character is one of the sins. And if you wanted to reform the characters, literature plays very important roles. Through all the branches of educations, we can teach, we can train, we can teach how to product, how to handle the computer, how to make the medicines. But if you wanted to teach that how to live the happily, how to live with enthusiastic, that it's only teaches, it only taught by the literature. So literature is very important. And now in today's present scenario, if you wanted to live amicably with brotherhoods, only the literature can teach us. But through the literatures, we come to know that all religions are the pure and the pious and truth is the God. Divinity ever attains on the truth. There is no great religion than the truth. So we learn from the literatures. If you wanted to change our approach as the humanistic, as the brotherhoods, then we learn all that things from the literature. So literatures is very important. Without literatures, we can't live, we can't sustain. So friends, this is we things about the literatures, we discussed about the literatures. So be interested in literatures, started to reading literatures, and we have the proud of being the student and being the teachers of the literatures. If you like my discussions, listen it, watch it, forward it, and subscribe it. It's valuable because through the literatures we learn all that things. Because each and everything, because the literature says that Shanti Parate nahi sukh, er avgechi dukh, manoni shanti dhara, uttaral pailatira. There is no happiness like peace. Everything else leads to sorrow. As such, follow the path of peace, which will lead you to the other bank of happiness. If lust and anger overtakes, one will be affected by various elements. So if you wanted to follow the peaceness, if you wanted to bring the perfectness, literature plays very vital roles. Thank you for watching. Thank you.